Well, welcome back, everyone. This is your host, ID Jester. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, we are playing Age of Wonders 3. Wonderful fantasy strategy, tactical adventure game. I guess the best way I can kind of introduce it to people if you're not sure what Age of Wonders 3 is. It's basically a cross between if you took Heroes of Might and Magic and you put it with Civilization and you mix the two together. That's kind of the combination. Of course, these are like one of my favorite games systems of all time, Heroes of Might and Magic, and of course Civilization. You combine these, you're going to get nothing but awesomeness when it's done right. And let me tell you, folks, this game is done beautifully right. So we're going to try some beatdown here. First thing we need to do is enter turn. That's where we. So again, army requires your orders. So we've got some new army, or we got some orders ready to go. So we can go pick up this gold and then head over there. I think so, because we're not going to make it this turn. We're going to go up here. Oops, I got to right click on the location. There we go. And now we can see a little bit more, and we gain some money, which is good. What is this here? Scrolls of Knowledge. Boosted knowledge to current research. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Let's take a look at that. 88 knowledge points. Awesome. So we've got another location here, which is a dungeon. And we have another location up here is what is this? Can we tell? We can't tell because it's right on the edge of our vision, so it won't let us see. But it looks like some kind of gold mine, I believe is what that is. Yeah, it looks like a gold mine. And this over here, I'm not sure what this is, but we're going to find out. So we have another army we can move. We're just going to take a peek over here and take a look. Now, one of the most, I can't stress this enough, one of the most important things this game has is what they calling the adjacent hex rule. So what that means is, if you go to attack this hex, then everybody in the adjacent hex to this unit will be part of the army. So if I had an army in this hex, and 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 then an army in this hex, if any one of these armies decide to attack this creature, then we can all participate on it. So it's also helps defensively. If you see an army coming to attack you, you can put two armies, stack them together, side by side, and if that army comes over and chooses either one of them to attack, you can basically participate with both of those armies. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to find out what's here. And we can do that by just right-clicking on it. Oop, we got to click on our actual unit here. There we go. And we can, whoop, what the heck, over there we go. Right-click. Now it'll tell us what is actually in this location. And it'll give us lots of different options here that we can choose. So we have a baby reed serpent, which is a level 1 monster, 40 hit points. Some dire penguins, some more dire penguins. And it tells you probable victory. It's not for sure. And there's options we can choose. We can say, okay, let's go into manual combat. Let's fight it out and see what happens. We can say, you know what? Go ahead and just do it with the computer. Just do it and see what happens. We can also tell the computer to do it without casting any spells. Or we can tell it, yeah, go ahead and cast spells if you need to cast spells. We can also click on this button to highlight this attack. If we were maybe on a different, focused on a different part of the map, it would zoom to that part and it would kind of, it's hard to see, but it has like a little beacon that comes up and down. Or we can abort the attack. In this case, we're going to abort the attack because I don't want to fight with this guy. I just want to see what was there. I want to fight with our main hero. So we're going to use this guy to do a little more exploration and see what we have here. Oh, what do we have here? We have a great farm, which gives us extra income. Of course, it has to be within us, inside our boundaries, our border of our city. So you can see we would need to expand 1, 2, 3, 4 more turns, which it's not going to do that. So it's going to be too far outside our boundaries. But there's other things that we can do to help that. Aha, we got a new terrain type coming up. Let's take a look at what we have over here. So we have volcanic barrens. Alright, we also have a brigand hideout. Okay, so these are bandits. Hey, this is their hideout over here. We can come up and try to take over them. But he's out of moves. You can see the red X there, so we're out of moves. So we're going to click on our main hero over here. Alright, so we should feel like I should explore a little bit more, but I want to come down and fight this guy. So we're going to start coming back. Oops, I keep doing that incorrectly. You have to right click. There we go. We're going to come back down. We have summoned, we have completed our Summon Wisp research. Excellent. So we're going to now select a new research. And that was done because of that area that we got all that research in. So we're going to choose Sorcery 1, which will give us more casting points. The other thing we can do now is actually cast a spell. We can now cast on Summon Wisp. And I believe we can actually cast that right now, yes? Yes, we can actually cast that right now because we have enough casting points and mana to cast this. Now, when you're casting a summon spell, it has to be inside your boundaries or in or adjacent to a hero. So if I wanted to cast it here, I could do that, yes. Oops, try that again, right click, nope. Left click. Oh no, I'm sorry, one turn left. That's why. Okay. It's not ready yet. Yeah, one turn left. Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. So click to end turn. Yes, we're done. We're going on to turn 3 already. And now we're ready to cast it. And we've also completed Sorcery 1. Awesome. So you notice our spell points are up to 35 points. Now notice we're not at 35 and 35 because it costs us 10 points to cast our little summon Wisp spell. Magical structures. Treasure sites and mana nodes within this domain generate an additional 5. Okay. Seafaring, which might be important if we ever get to water. Teleportation. See, some of these are just because we are a sorcerer. If we weren't a sorcerer, we wouldn't have access to some of these things. Lightning storm. That is strategic, so I could basically blast these guys before I go and it's going to take 8 turns. So you can see it's a level 3 spell. Nah, I'm not really interested in that yet. Maybe a combat spell. Vengeful Frost. Yep, I think we'll do Vengeful Frost. Alright, Summon Wisp is ready to be cast. So here's the thing with, like I mentioned, there are some tips and tricks that I could possibly give you. Again, this is the first time I've actually played it, but I feel like I know this game inside and out because I've literally watched probably between 40 and 50 different videos on this game of different Let's Plays of the pre-release version. So one of the things I can tell you is because when you summon creatures, they have to be inside your boundary, your border, or in or adjacent to a hero. So I could then summon this guy and just put him in our hero here. But the other advantage is I could actually use this hero to move and check out different locations, and see other things on the map. What do we have here? Tomb, it's unexplored. What do we have here? Sometimes it's easier to zoom out. You can actually see the different locations on the map. We will go a little bit farther here. Alright, now what I'll do is I will summon my Wisp. And I will notice how it's green, but when I go here, it's in or adjacent to my hero. I could just cast it to my hero. Or I could cast it right here, which I will do. Now you notice my Wisp has got 28 movement points, so I can now use it to start moving and get some extra movement for it. Oh, we do have a bunch of water here, don't we? Because it flies, we can look at its stats here. It's not very strong. It's not really a melee unit. It does have phase, which allowed it to teleport around the battlefield. Static shock when a unit goes to attack it. It's only got 16 hit points. It's a fey. It's forest, wetlands, incorporeal. It's floating, so it's able to float above the water. It's magical in nature and is summoned. And all these keywords are important for different things. So, what do I want to do? Which way do I want to take this? This is interesting. We got a little mana trail going up in the sky here. Let's take a look at down. Oops, I left click again. Sorry. Oh, you got to right click. It's going to cost us 12 to move on to that. Okay, go. Okay, so we've come across an independent city here. And I can tell it's an independent city because it's got this gray boundary. I believe that's the way I can tell that. And this has got a army of independents that's... Oh, but here's more important. Look at that. Gold is laying there. We got to... Oops, I did it again. I got to right click over there. Go grab that gold. Yes, 93 gold. Excellent. So let's take a look at said. It's a gold mine. This is an independent party. It's got some dwarves. We have some dwarven village here. So there's things you can do with the dwarven village is you can just basically go in and attack it and fight it and take it over. Sometimes the independents will give you a quest and say, hey, if you do this for me, I'll give you this, or I might join you. And you can see we are on turn 3 here, and we've got just this little area of this big map explored. So you can see these medium maps, still pretty large. And don't forget, we've got an underground also. So we moved this guy as far as we could do it, then we summon our creature, and then we use our summoned creature to get some even better exploration. Alright, so we're coming over here. We want to clear this out because eventually our turn is going to... Our village is going to grow in 3 more turns. So when it grows, we want this to be within our area, but it'll only count if it's been explored and cleaned out of any foul creatures that are hanging out. So we want to take our leader, and we want to start heading it over this general vicinity, and we'll be able to attack it next turn. Oh! I didn't even see this. The outpost has declared war on us. So the dwarves have decided that they are evil. And they decide that they want to go to war on us, leave or die. So we have no choice of this place will probably not be very friendly to us. They're the evil dwarves. And I'm not sure if that's randomized. I'm pretty sure it is randomized. But what I'm going to do with my wisp is kind of loop back this way and find out what's down here. We got this huge mountain range. It's cut everything off that can't fly from coming in this way. So we really have to worry about things coming from the west and things coming from the north. So we definitely want to explore these out. So we're actually going to summon another wisp. They only take like 1 turn. Now, they do cost some mana. Let's see if it'll actually tell us on our creature thing here. If it tells us, so they got physical protection, shock protection, bite weakness. I think it actually, oh, here it is. Upkeep is 6 mana per turn. So the more wisp we have out, the less mana we're going to generate each turn, which is kind of bad. But the bonuses they can get for us by, you see, we just got 93 gold by having this guy come pick up that treasure before somebody else came along and picked it up. I think outweighs the mana cost. And plus we're going to get extra mana when our city boundaries expand here. So we'll end our turn. New day is dawn. We got our summon wisp spell is ready to be cast. Okay, so the farthest up we can get is right there. Can't obviously do it right on the border edge. So our hero is just going to come down and fight. Let's abort the spell for right now. You will regain 30 of the 40. Oh, no, wait. If I'm going to lose, I might as well cast it. Are you sure you want to abort the spell? You will regain 30 of the 40. No, let's not abort it. Just don't want to cast it yet. Can I do that? Can I do the I don't want to cast it yet? Yeah, okay, good. So I'm going to click on our hero, and now we're going to, yes, our hero will come down and take a look at this mana node here. So now you can see it's very likely victory. Very likely victory. We could just auto-combat it, but as promised in the previous episode, we're going to actually look at combat and take an in-depth tutorial on why another awesome part of this game, manual combat. The first and most wonderful thing is you get this wonderful little view, tactical overview of what's going on, the look and feel, everything. So the defender always gets to move first. So if you're attacking somebody, they will always get to move first. Some locations will have certain interesting parts, and you can see our mana node here, and up here in the top left-hand corner, the Great Healing Showers. Each combat round, the Great Healing Showers restore 12 health to friendly units in a 2-hex radius around target random unit, and dispels any fire buffs or fire buffs present on this unit. Machines and undead units can't be healed, and originates from the water node. Okay. So if we click on the enemy units, we can see what they are. We have some dire penguins. This is all hex-based and turn-based as well. You can get an overview. You can see it moves. It's going to do a melee strike. It's got... and the unit's in defensive. Okay, so you see the little shield over their little flag here represents that they are in defensive mode. When you're in defensive mode, you get some bonuses, which are... You get some bonuses to your defense and your resistances, and well as you can't be flanked. Flanking is very important in this game. So how does actual combat work? So the defenders will take their turn and do all their actions, and when they're done, then it's the attacker's turn. And since we are the attacker, it's now our turn. If we click on a unit, you will notice that there are different colored spheres of influence around this unit. Basically, each unit has 3 action points. You see up here, action points. You have green, you have yellow, you have orange. So each one has got 3 action points. If you are inside the green area, you will keep all 3 action points and still be able to attack 3 times. If you are inside the orange, yellow or orange, I'm sorry, yellow, I guess that would be yellow. The yellow area, you will notice you will then have 2 action points and will be only able to attack twice. If you are inside the orange boundary, you will have 1 action point remaining and only be able to attack once. Let's see what our units are. So we have a swordsman. So these are melee units. We have unicorn riders, which are tier 2 cavalry. We have the initiates. Now I'm not sure what these guys do. Let's see. Oh, they have shock bolts. Cool. Melee strike, walking night vision. They evolve into... Ooh, nice. Into their regulars. Their high elf, forestry, shock protection, and blight weaknesses. Alright. So these basically can shoot. This is our hero here. She can cast spells. If we look at, she's got her shock bolts. We can also cast a spell. Right now, the only thing we have available to us is static sphere. Anytime a melee enemy unit performs a melee attack against this unit, the enemy unit receives 5 damage and has a chance to be stunned. Stun units cannot take actions. Alright, so basically we can apply that to a unit that we think are going to attack us. So do they have any ranged units is the question. They can spit. Okay, so these guys will spit. Blight. Ooh, that's bad. That's bad for us. So we need to take these guys out ASAP. So he'll be able to move. You can actually see the movement of these guys when you click on them. So I click on this unit. I know that the farthest he can make it is here. So if I was to move our units up into these hexes here, or even these hexes, I'm sorry. He could actually move into these circles here, but he would have no action points left to attack. He could move into this hex and still be able to attack. If I click on the penguins, you can see the same thing here. So you can move into this hex and still be able to attack. This one here, you can move into this attack space and still be able to attack. Flanking is important, which we're going to talk about. What do we have over here? Longbowmen. Some ranged units. Excellent. So if we move over, and of course you can move and attack in any order. So I could click on this unit here and move it one space, and then click on another unit and move it one space, and then click on this unit and move another space. I mean, you can do it however you want. So we have longbowmen. What are the? Oh, it's another swordsman. There's another swordsman. These are unicorn riders. We're going to bring these guys behind this terrain. Our leader. I'm not really too worried about the penguins attacking and killing us. I'm more worried about these spitters. So, let's see if we can move this guy here. Is it out of range? Yep, out of range. So we can go here maybe and get an attack. No, out of range. Alright, that's fine. We'll bring these swordsmen over here to help protect them. High elf initiative. Get behind the thing there in case this guy goes to spit. You come over here with our other cavalry. We're going to swing these guys around our flank. And you guys move up here. And because none of my units attacked, we can actually defend, put the shield on them as well. In fact, if we end our end combat round, it should auto do that for all of our units. You see all of our units that didn't attack will automatically get the shield over their head. Yes, okay, so the spitters come out. They did a little bit of damage. Here comes the penguins out. They couldn't reach us, so that's good. They're too slow. Okay, these guys didn't reach us either. Alright, good. So you notice our elves now, we're in the green. We could attack these guys. And you can see our damage rating there. It's going to be 6 to 10. It's an arcing shot. So say the penguins were over in this hex. Let's see if I can actually rotate the map here, which is kind of cool. Let's say the penguins are over here in this orange hex right here. Because I have an arcing shot, it'll actually go up over this and not take a penalty, I believe is the way arcing shots work. So we could do 3 attacks. You see it's times 3, and it's going to do between 6 and 10 points of damage. The penguins have 38 hit points, so we won't be able to kill them right this turn. If we decide to attack this guy, ooh, that's even better. It's 7 to 11, and it is times 3. So we will right-click. Nice, nice, and nice. So we can see that this guy is down to 17 hit points. So we're going to take our swordsman here. We can't reach them. Too bad. What about these guys? Nope, you can't reach him either. Alright, swordsman. If we attack here, well, they can't be flanked because they have the shield. But if I come in here, we can do 7 to 11 times 2. I actually want to get him up into this position. Okay, so you see if I'm trying to move into this position up here in this hex, you see that this one's got like a red triangle. Basically, anytime you move adjacent to an enemy unit and then move away from it, it gets basically an attack of opportunity. It basically gets a free shot at you. So you'd have to want to move out like this and around and down so this guy wouldn't attack me. But if I did that, I wouldn't have enough movement points to get over here. So what I think I will do is move this unit here. And then we will attack. You will notice that the enemy unit will get to retaliate. He's going to do 3 to 5 normal damage and 3 to 5 frost damage. I'm going to do 7 to 11. So basically, he's going to do 6 to 10. I'm doing 7 to 11. So that's not a really good trade-off for me. So, these penguins, pretty tough. What are these guys? These are our high elf initiates. What do they do again? Oh yes, they have the shock bolts. Okay, excellent. Can they shock? They're out of range, so we'll move 1. They will have a range penalty of 50%. So Let's move him up one more space. 5 to 7 times... what's this? 6 to 8. Yes, they only get to shoot once, I believe. So some of them will get to do it as many times. Let's bring these guys right here, and 6 to 8. There we go, 10 to 14. That's definitely hurt these guys. They notice they also turned to face me as well. Alright, so that was that. So we have these other dire penguins here. So what I will do is I will move... what is this guy? This is Swordsman. Okay, so we're going to move him here. And I'm going to take my cavalry and I'm going to come around behind, and you will notice when I do this, I will then have a charge bonus on these guys because I moved at least 4 spaces. So I'm going to do 14 to 20, and they're only going to do 5 to 9. So that's a pretty good deal. Alright, and we might be able to kill them off here. Let's see, 9 to 13. Yeah, if we get lucky. Yes! Excellent. Alright, so these guys didn't actually do anything yet, so we're going to bring them... we'll bring them up over here behind the rock. I think that's everybody on our side, so we will end the combat. Anybody that didn't attack will get... Ooh! Did I get healed, or did they get healed? They got healed. Oh my gosh. Seriously, they wiped out our guys. Oh, that's not good. Alright, well, they're making me very, very angry now. I can't believe this guy... there is, over here, combat history. What I want to find out was when this penguin moved from here to here. Yeah, okay. So when the penguins moved from here to here, my swordsman got an attack of opportunity on them, did some damage, then they ended up killing my archers, which is not what I wanted to see have happen. Okay. You can turn the grid on and off. Actually, I might just do that for now because it blends in really nicely on this map. Alright, so that should be the only unit we lose. These guys are just about toast. I'm just disappointed. We shouldn't have lost anybody, but, you know, oh well, what are you going to do? Alright, so kill those guys. Nope, didn't quite kill them. Alright. So they only have 9 hit points left. So you notice they will retaliate, but they're not going to have a chance to retaliate because our attack, which does 9 to 13 points, will kill them first. So they won't take any damage there. That's good. Our swordsmen. I'm going to bring them around and down there. There we go. Now we should be able to charge these guys here. Yep. 16 to 24. 18 in flanking, and some more charge. Oh, it's over. There we are. Okay, so we won. Unfortunately lost our longbowman. That was kind of I got him a little too close, I think. I should have protected him a little better. You see our health bars here, but we'll regenerate most of that. And it's cleared the water node, so when our city expands up. And we also gathered 16 mana as well. Alright, now we can cast, we can finish our move first on this guy. So I want to move up as far up this way as I can. What is this? Units tremble in fear before you. It is a... What is it? Oh, it's a Archon Dwarf, I believe. Dwarf Firstborn, that's what they call them. These guys are tier 3 units. They're pretty tough, actually. We fled into the deep vaults where the dwarves of Deepmere vowed never to return. Too many terrible things dwell deep in the earth. I assured them that with sufficient courage, allies might be found to protect us from the invading enemies. Believing they broke down the sealed wall, the screaming of the enemy hordes pursued us. I led them to a realm where rocks melted, blah blah blah. Really nice stuff though. Yeah, so I'm really happy we don't have to fight these guys, so that's good. So the choices are we can let them run, which is an act of good, and will give us a bonus of gold. or we can say no mercy, and it's an act of evil, and we will fight them, and we'll gain the experience. So the choice is up to you. Do you want to be good? Do you want to be evil? In this case, we're going to be good. And we captured the Magna Forge and discovered 50 gold pieces. Plus, none of our guys got. So, Magma Forge is a treasure site. It's going to add 10 production hammers, whatever you want to call them, when located inside our domain. You can see our domain will expand once, and the second time we'll get that inside our borders. So now that I've moved my hero as far as I possibly can, now I'm going to cast my spell and my Wisp. And we're going to do some more exploration with our Wisp. And we'll bring this episode to a close here. See what else we can find out here. Alright, so we have this location here, which is a dungeon. Yeah, this is a gold mine. Yep, okay. Can you move any further? There you are. You can move one more space, so you might as well move it. Let's see what we got up here. Oh, we got another. What is this location? It is destruction node, and a gold mine. So there might be another city up here. That's what we need to know. That's why I feel that it's worth using some mana to get these guys. It's gonna, you notice we're only down to 8, but yeah, it's gonna be valuable to find. Oh, we haven't moved this guy yet. Really? Oh, I did not mean to move that. I meant to right click to cancel. I meant to go to this guy. Alright, so let's take a look at Mr. Dwarves over here and see what they got going on. Alright. Oh, what's that? All kinds of great things here. This is a crystal catalyst. Provides an additional 20 to 30 spell power. Nice. Alright, we don't want to bring our guy down to the city, do we? Do we think we can take these dwarves? What was in this? Yes. We're at war with them. We could convert them. I'm not sure we have enough firepower. We only have yeah, they'll be probably behind a wall. We don't have any offensive spells that we've researched. I could cast another Wisp. We could use this Wisp and maybe another Wisp. Let's see if we get a little closer what they're. Alright, now we can see them. There we go. So you have a Dwarf Deep Guard and a Dwarf Prospector. I think we can take them. We're going to do that next episode, folks. Age of Wonders 3. Hope you're enjoying it. We are Lady Anna the Golden, High Elf Sorcerer. We're just starting to explore out into the world of awesomeness and see what's around. And we haven't run into another player, but lots of things going on already. We have lots of different locations to check out. We got this Dwarven City and lots of good things we're going to be doing next episode. Thanks so much for joining me today, and leave your thoughts and comments below. Love to hear what you guys think. See you next time.